Well, g'day tubes, and how's she going? So I guess we're into paint day. Probably going to be day 1 of 2, maybe. I don't know yet. But anyways, I got some paint here. I got some primer, and it's trim clad rust paint, and it's a water-based technology, ultimate adhesion for metal, concrete, and more. So we'll have to give that a good shaking up, and probably won't get to this at all today, but this is rust paint, trim clad again, high gloss black, apparently it says there. So anyhow, we got her a bit cleaned up. I'll start shaking this. Probably gonna need a stir stick too. I don't know if I got one or not. I have to use a screwdriver maybe. I got her somewhat cleaned up, but I didn't go super crazy on it because I know it's just going to get all trashed off in no time anyways. But I got most of the rust kind of brushed out and then vacuumed out, and I think that's probably about as far as I'm going to go with the cleaning part. And we'll start slathering on some primer. Probably do it in like a fast-timey video thing because, you know, painting's kind of boring and stuff. So, but anyhow, let's get at her. Alright, so this paint is actually a little bit thicker than I thought it would have been. It's actually really settled itself out from, I guess, since whenever it was packaged. So I've been stirring it quite a bit, and I think we're good now, but it's quite a bit thicker than I thought it would have been, so I could probably dilute it a bit with some water, but I guess we'll just drive on maybe for the bottom coat here. She might be better if she was a bit thicker there anyhow. So we got our trusty brush. Try to get as much of this off as we can. Apparently it's a water soluble paint, so she should be able to be cleaned up with water, which is good. I probably shouldn't be standing in here, which I can actually maybe go back here and over here. And we'll just blob a little bit in there. Like I say, on the bottom, it's probably a super bad idea to have her a little thicker than normal. Because it'll fill in some of the holes and stuff or whatever, you know, that's started to actually rust into the metal. Smells good. It actually smells like chocolate milk. Huh. Let's figure that one, eh? But anyways, I will be quiet and we'll start doing some high-speed painting. Well, that's pretty much it. That's one can gone. There's a bit of sort of junkier stuff in the bottom, so I'll leave that alone maybe. And guess we're gonna need some more. I only got one can. But no big deal, I can grab some more when I'm down there next. But anyways, there we go. Well, I guess that's about as far as I can go with that today, because I need more paint. But geez, when we welded on that other plate there yesterday, ooh, we must have heated her up a bit too much. There is a little bit of a warpage in her, and unfortunately it's not a warpage that's going to maybe work in our favor. It's going to probably work against us, but you can see her. Oh well, I don't know how it moved, but I'm guessing that's why this corner's pulled up a bit now, because this thing kind of went and shrunk back, right? So we heated her up, I guess, maybe a bit too much, and welding this piece on. Oh well, my mistake, my bad. Not much I can do better now, but I might have been able to get her back by heating the front of the thing here, maybe, but oh, I don't know. After that thing's been glued on the back here, she might not have come back the other way, so we'll just drive her like that. Not a big deal. I don't know. I like to watch these guys that actually build these things. Maybe they have them in a jig where they're not able to move or something, but or they must just weld it. I don't know. Maybe I had her on too hot. I had her up pretty much full blast, I guess, so that's Probably not super good helping, but she's definitely welded on. She's not coming off, but now we got a little bend in her, but oh well. What do you do? Not a professional. I'm just, you know, having fun at doing her, so. But anyways, I guess we'll have to grab some more paint. Some more primer, probably another can of that. Now it looks like I'm going to probably need 2 cans of black. And that should get her knocked down pretty good. We still got to do what? The very underneath. This remainder of this side and the back. So yeah, that's probably another can of gray. Probably definitely be 2 cans of whatchamacallit. Now, some of it on the bottom was fairly thick, you know. The bottom might just get a little quick coat because it's not going to last very long at all down there. I know that's not going to happen, so not going to last long. But anyways, I don't know if I'll get down today and get another can. That may actually be her for today. It's supposed to be nicer tomorrow. Geez, I hope this thing is still going to mount up all right. Man, I never thought of that. It's even got a little bit of a wow in our thing there now. Oh man, that's not good maybe. Should still probably be alright though. Not that far out. Oh boy. Maybe I better try it. I don't really want to open the door right now. Look, it's cold out and it'll maybe mess up this primer a bit. But anyways, holy crap. Hopefully she'll still work. I'm kind of hoping it will anyways. Oh, never really thought of that. Trying to look down there and see. Yeah, I don't think it's that far out. I think it'll still mount up pretty good. There was lots of room in these bottom pocket thingies anyway, so I'm sure there'll be enough there for that. Hopefully. But maybe tomorrow there, before I start putting more paint to her, I'll maybe try her on the tractor and make sure it's going to be alright. Oh boy, I kind of hope it is. I'm pretty sure it will be, but geez, I didn't think it would do that much to it. All the bracing and stuff we got, but she pulled her. She pulled her. Wow. Oh well, this end here looks okay though. Just basically from like the middle there, she's kind of back a bit. Maybe I can hook it on a tree and smash it back. No, I doubt it. I'm amazed that really did move though. I thought that would have been lots good and strong, but apparently not. Oh well, she'll still work, I think. Not a biggie. Well, I thought maybe while my brush is still wet or damp or wet paint on it, I wrapped it up in the Home Depot bag, but yeah, I've had brushes go hard before wrapped up like that. And even there's another trick too. If you got a freezer, wrap it up and put it in the freezer, and it'll actually keep it from going hard. Now when you get it out of the freezer, it'll be hard and you'll be like, oh crap, but you know, leave her for 10-15 minutes and then she'll thaw out and then you're all good again. So I don't know if that works so well with like an oily based stuff. It probably would, but I don't generally myself use a pile of the oily oil based stuff because it we used to use it actually on the front of the garage doors here, and white just pure white oil based crap, and about every year you'd have to redo them. It would start to crack, I guess, and then it would start to peel off the door, and then it looks like crap, you know. The latex, we got it all good and washed off one year there, as much as would blow off with the high pressure washer, and we used latex stuff, and it actually worked really good. It's about 3 years until it starts to crack up and peel off and fall off and look crappy, and surprisingly it lasts quite a bit longer, so you know, for latexy stuff. But anyways, yeah, I went and grabbed another couple of cans there. I guess I'm going to finish the priming today, so she'll be all ready to rock tomorrow for blackness painting. So I got another can of each. I got another can of primer, because it's going to probably burn up pretty much all that, and then I got another black, so we can get a good layer of black on her too. And I guess what I'm going to have to do now is hook her up to the tractor. It's not really warm enough out here. What is the temperature now? Saying 2 degrees, so it's not perfect, but it's not super bad. But what I'll do is hook her up and then pick her up and then put her kind of up back like this, and then we'll do the underneath stuff, and then we'll set her back down on a board or something so it's sitting kind of off on the ground there, and then we'll do the backside. Do the backside where the tractor mounts and stuff. We'll do that last. So, but and then we'll get her up in the air so it'll be kind of, you know, off the ground kind of thing, and she should be good. So anyways, we got to get the tractor going and get her hooked on, and I got the guy to shake this paint can at the store there. Says, can you shake this for me? He's a real grumpy old guy too. Can you shake this for me? Yeah. So he puts it in the thing, puts it in the shaker, and sets it on for like 10 minutes and stood there. I'm like, really? Whatever. I told him, like, this stuff was all lumpy in the bottom. I shook it up and stirred it real good, and yeah, still good, no good. So we'll see what happens with the shaker, if the shaker did a good job at getting the lumps out of the bottom. So that's just, I guess, some of the primary stuff that's kind of settled through the paint to the bottom, and it should really be mixed up really good again. But yeah, but anyways, let's hook her up and get her up in the air. Well, it still seems to fit, which is good, and I was kind of concerned about that, but yeah, I don't know, boys. I don't know. But anyways, I haven't cleaned the bottom here. I don't think I'm even going to bother. I'm just going to go at her and brush her out and start at the top. I'm not even going to worry about this because this is going to get worn off, no doubt, real fast. So we'll just slap her on and let her rock. So, but anyways, working with this stuff sure is tricky. And it's started to dry up a bit. It's a little bit wet there still, so I won't touch that one. But inside, it's, yeah, a little bit wet. Oh, it's rusting through though. Uh-oh. Well, that's not good. I'll have to give her some more there after she cures up a bit, maybe. But like I say, I wasn't super concerned about her, so. Because I know exactly what's going to happen as soon as I use her a couple of times in the dirt. Gone. The only part that'll be any good is back in here probably. Maybe a little bit on the front and side. And up to about here will probably still be alright, but the rest will be just freaking trashed. So I'm not super concerned about her. That's a bit sharp though, but come on. Oh man. There. Anyways, let's get this other can out here and see how she's gonna be. Alrighty, I think we are gray primered, and it's not a super nice, you know, showroom looking piece of work, but like I say, for all that she's gonna last, drive on. I guess I could have thrown a bit more on that side over there, but well, that's alright. I'm pretty sure she'll go pretty good, so I guess that's it. We'll let her harden up overnight here, and hopefully by morning we can start up on the black. And probably would do it the same way. Do like the inside stuff again, and then got everything, didn't I? I'm pretty sure I did. Yeah, okay. I was wondering if I didn't get some of these plates, but I got them. Yeah, do the inside, and then get her up on the tractor again and do underneath, and put her back in like this again on the piece of metal steel there, and we'll do the back side, and hopefully one coat will do her. I don't know. I got 2 cans, so I guess I could always, you know, throw a bit more here and there and everywhere or whatever, but I probably could roll a lot of this too, but getting into all the nooks and crannies and stuff is easier just to jab a brush in and away you go, right? So hopefully the black isn't quite as thick and it smooths out a little better, but it sounds pretty thick. Should maybe have a look at one here kind of before we say good day, but I got probably a little under half a can of that left, so that worked out pretty good. Let's pop this feller open here. I do actually have the proper tool for opening up these paint cans somewhere. Actually, it's right there. That is the proper tool there, and then basically it's the same thing, but it kind of hooks underneath and then goes like that. And then when you're done painting, it's got a bottle opener on it too for your beer, right? So they were thinking when they invented this tool, that should be open in black. Ooh, that is gonna need some stirring, because that is nowhere near black yet. Maybe I should have got him to mix those up too. Oh boy. Okay. I haven't got a mixer except this one, and that's sort of not quite as aggressive as the ones in the store, but it's the same principle, and that'll take a lot of that. And then I'll probably have to see if I can find an actual stir-in stick. I know I got one somewhere here, but yeah, that wasn't quite black yet, boys. That's gonna need a bit of work, so we'll have to give her some good stirring and some mixing probably, and then she'll be all right. But maybe I'll go see if I can find a stir stick and see if it's all settled on the bottom like the other one. Well, she's a little darker, but this is a super high gloss too, so I didn't really find a wooden stir stick, but this is the actual tool that come with my abrasive cut-off chop saw, so it'll probably work. I'll be able to, maybe I'll use this end actually, and the stuff will get mixed and go through the thing there too, right? So it doesn't feel like there's stuff in the bottom, but boy, it doesn't look black. Maybe it dries differently or something, I don't know. Maybe what I'll do is I'll leave a little piece of this stuff out or something overnight, and let her dry on the, maybe on this lid or something here. We'll leave a little bit and see if by morning it's black, because, you know, going by the label, she's definitely a lot blacker on the label, but it's, you know, it's not whatever. But that almost looks like it's blacker there now, so oops, I spilled a bit. Go easy, go easy. Little trick you can actually do for keeping it out of the rim is take something like this little screwdriver, maybe even one a little bigger. That guy there actually probably worked pretty good. And what you do, oh, uh-oh. Hang on, that's not working. Okay, that's maybe not going to work. I probably actually do need one like that, maybe. Huh. Huh. Okay. So what that allows it to do is if you get paint in that rim, once the level goes down a bit, it should, ooh, almost dropped the camera in the paint. It should start draining through again, and it won't build up in there and make such a mess. But anyways, we're just gonna take this out. Let most of her dribble off. Just put a little bit on the lid of this can here. Should probably work. And spread her out like we've painted this lid. And we'll let that dry up, and then tomorrow hopefully she turns black on us. And anyways, yeah, let's clean up and call it a day. Well, I'm heading home. I gotta go clean out that brush so I can use her tomorrow for painting the black, bluey black on. And it might have a bit of stuff in that paint. I know there was one of the Varathane finishes, like the clear lacquery finishy stuff. It was like milky looking, and you're looking at there and it's like, whoa, I don't want it to look like that, but it actually dried crystal clear. So it might have a stuff like that in it, maybe for adhesion-y sort of stuff. I don't know. I don't know what's chemicals are in the paint now, but I pretty much imagine it's going to dry out black. That's what it's labeled as. So, you know, unless it was whatchamacallit in the container, which could happen. You never know. You never know. Yeah, so I got to go wash out the brush. I hate washing brushes out. It takes so freaking long. Use up so much water, but it was a pretty decent brush, so I'll keep her for doing the black, you know. But we'll get her cleaned out and get her ready for tomorrow, and paint on some black, let her dry, and might even think of putting some kind of sticker thingy, decal-y thingy on it or whatever. I don't know, maybe like a, I don't know what I'd even put on it. Maybe like Miller Welder sticker or something, or I don't know, something. A YouTube sticker maybe. Could do that. Still sticker might go on it. Like I got some of them, some orange ones or something or whatever. But we'll figure something out. I don't know. Figure something out to put on it. Miller stick would be kind of neat. Maybe like a blue, the white background on the black paint thingy would look nice. So, but yeah, anyways, I'm gonna hit her home. Getting kind of tired for some reason. I don't know, that paint didn't smell bad, but maybe it's like a silent but violent kind of stuff. You never know, eh? So it didn't smell really too bad at all. Not like some of the stuff I've smelt for paint and stuff. Ooh wee mama, is just wicked stuff. So yeah, actually when I was at the Home Depot there today too, they've got of course, the rental area where you can rent tools and equipment and stuff. And outside they've got, they started off with that little Kubota tractor, little wee tiny little guy with a little backhoe on it, little loader on it. It's so cute. And then they got a little mini excavator. They got that there now. Now they've got a chipper, like a tow behind big chipper. There was something else on the other side there. Oh, a little really small skid steer with tracks on it, which is really cool, but it looks like someone's already overloaded the bucket on it or something, because the bucket was bent on the one side, so it's like, nice! So they got that, and then now they've also included a 35-foot man lift thingy where you can stand on it and put you up in the air, and you can, you know, trim trees, whatever. I'm like, that's pretty cool. But just looking at the little mini excavator, I think I might just rent that for one day just to have some fun with it, you know. Messed around with a little excavator. I've never really messed with one of them. I've, you know, got my backhoe and stuff, but never messed with something that the whole thing turns with the arm, right? Like my arm just turns and just sit there. So that'd be kind of neat to mess around with. I can't remember how much it was per day, but I'd probably get it for like a week or something, you know, so I could really mess around with it. I think it was actually like 7 something a week, or it was enough. It was like 2 something a day, or 200 something a day, or 767 a week or something like that. So, or you get it for the month too, but no, that was into like stupid money. It was like $3 grand or something dumb like that. So I'm like, I don't think I want her that long, but you know, I want her longer than a day, but you're gonna get her 2 days, you're into 400 and something, so you might as well keep her for like a week for 7 something, you know. And the way we worked at it at our rental was 3 days. If you rented it for 3 days, you could keep it actually for the week. So 3 days was basically the same as what the weekly rate was. So you get her a few extra days for free, basically, right? So if you kept her that long. And same thing for the month. It was like 3 weeks. 3 weeks. You paid for 3 weeks rental, or the month was the same as 3 weeks, kind of thing. So you might as well, if you got her, you know, 2.5 weeks, you might as well keep her for the rest of the month, kind of thing, right? So I'm not too sure if that's how they worked that there, but it was something around like that. So, but even the little skid steer would be really cool to mess around with. So it had the little tracks on it, and I've driven a few of them before. They're really kind of different, but they even come on a little trailer, which was cool. It comes on like a little, you just hook it up to your truck and away you go with it. So I guess that, you know, saves having to load onto someone else's trailer and tying it down and blah, blah, blah. It's already ready to go, right? So that was one big nightmare of a thing at the rental. When I worked at my rental in town here, the other one here, was loading stuff for people all the time. It was such a pain in the rear end, you know, but that and unloading. Oh, man. Come back after a long weekend. Oh, it was just a nightmare. Because everything had to be back by 9 o'clock the next open day, you know, so like, holy crap, it was like wicked busy till, oh, stupid, you know. But anyways, enough of that babbling. That's a long way off. That one was that story of the rental stuff. So anyways, we still got heaps and heaps of snow here everywhere, but tomorrow it's actually supposed to warm up pretty good. Let me double check now and see what they're saying. Last I seen it was 6 degrees, which is pretty warm. It says 1 degree right now, 6 degrees still, but it's supposed to rain. So yeah, maybe it's not a good day for painting, but I'm just gonna drive around. I think I'm not really too concerned. Like I say, it's just gonna get wore off, and the first 10 feet anyways is just gonna shred that paint right off. Gone. Been there, done that. That's why I don't usually paint a lot of my stuff that's gonna be used abrasively like that, you know. Because it doesn't last. It's nothing will last on that unless you got like painted metal that's like the paint's like right in the metal. It's been like casted into the steel. It doesn't happen, right? So, but anyways, yeah, enough flabbing of my gums. So, yeah, I'm seriously thinking about. Look at this right here. This freaking bird loves looking at mirrors or something. He sits there and like flobbles himself around all the mirrors. It's a cardinal. Nice looking bird. I don't know if he's thinking, oh, he's so cute, look at him. But my mirror, he does it to mine too. And you see all like the scratchy marks and stuff? That's from him. But it's not actually like scratch. It's just like bird snot or something. So I don't know what his problem is, but he's doing her again this year, I guess. Thinks himself as his own mate, I guess, maybe. I don't know. I don't know what the deal is there. Oh, where'd you go? Now he's just like, oh man, he's watching me. Holy crap. Oh, wait a minute. See, I think he sees his reflection in the window. And I don't know what he's doing in the mirror, but anyways, he's gone. He does it to this, he does it to the car, he does it to the truck. That's hilarious. More like both sides too. Like it's got a bit on this side too, so you can see like the sort of scratchies in it, but it does rub off, so I don't know. Whatever. Last time I washed the truck there, it come off pretty good, but it's kind of funny. It's just like bird snot or something, but anyhow, I see the recycle guys come in. He's gonna do his big turnaround down there and then grab our bins and crap and stuff, so. But anyways, I'm gonna head her in, wash out the brush, and get her ready for tomorrow. So anyways, have a good night. We'll talk at you tomorrow. Probably more painting. I know it's not super exciting, but it's all we got going on right now, so nothing else has happened. There's just still too much snow. I'd love to get out on the ATV, but I'm not winching it every 10 feet. Heck with that idea. Dylan's just dying to get out on his dirt bike too, but I'm like, nope, not yet, bud. Wait till she melts down a bit more. and can't even get the shed door open. Like, it's just ridiculous. So, but anyways, have a good night. Thanks again for watching. We'll catch you tomorrow for some black paint.